What's up, YouTube? It's Spider Guy here. So today I'm going to show you who I'm going to pick for this year's 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs on my bracket. In case you guys don't know how to do it, you just go on NHL. Basically, just go to nhl.com/bracket. And you just go to here and you just pick your team. So yes, first off, I'm going to start on the Western Conference side. So first off, we have Dallas versus Minnesota, 1 versus a 4 seed. So I'm going to have to pick Stars to win that in 5 games. Here we go. I just feel like I did not really want Minnesota to make it in the playoffs. I felt like that they should have not making it in the playoffs. Yes, they did get a wild card, but still, I just feel like they couldn't make the playoffs. But I feel like they will. I feel like they will lose in 5 games. Dallas will win this. So next up, we have my St. Louis Blues, 2 seed, versus the Chicago Blackhawks, and I'm gonna have to pick St. Louis to win that in 6 games. That's right. I feel like St. Louis is playing better than Chicago, and yes, they do have a better seed, a 2 seed, and Brian Elliott is the #1 goaltender for the Blues, so I just think he's gonna do great, and I think everyone else is gonna do great. So, yeah. Next up, we have Anaheim versus Nashville. I'm gonna pick Anaheim to win in 5 games. The reason why is technically because, well, I do not want Predators to win this because, I just don't want to see another Central Division team in my Blues and making it. I just don't want the Predators to win since they're in the Central Division and they're just a big rival with the Blues. So, yeah, and I don't think they'll win. I don't think the Predators will win this series. So, yeah. Next up, we have Los Angeles, 2 seed, versus San Jose, 3 seed. And I'm going to pick San Jose to win this in 7 games. That's right. I think the Sharks are going to upset them. I just think the Kings have had a rough season, and I just don't think they're going to make it that far. Just like, well, last year they didn't even make it into the playoffs. But the year before, they won the Stanley Cup. Anyway, so, next side, going to the Eastern Conference side. My bad. Forgot to do this side. So, Western Conference final will be the Blues versus the Anaheim Ducks. That's right. Well, I feel like both these teams, the Blues and the Ducks, have just been some of the best teams in the NHL, I guess. And I'm gonna have to pick the Blues to win. And I'm gonna probably say six or 7 games. I feel like it's gonna be a good series. But I'm just worried for the Blues because they just really have not had good playoffs in the last years. So yeah. Now we go to the Eastern Conference side, and first off we have Washington, 1 seed, versus Philadelphia, 4 seed. I'm going to have to pick Washington in, whoops, no, my bad, not Flyers, Capitals in 5 games. Yes, Flyers were a wild card team, but I just feel like Washington, since they were the best team in the NHL this year, I feel like that they will win in 5 games, and I just feel like they're just gonna be better. Alex Ovechkin has just been a great player. Alex Ovechkin is probably the best player for the team and one of the best players in the NHL. But the Flyers are a great team as well. I just feel like Washington is better. So, next up we have Pittsburgh versus New York Rangers. I'm going to have to pick New York in an upset in 7 games. I feel like this will possibly be the best matchup of the whole Stanley Cup series. Either that or the Blues and Blackhawks. But I feel like New York will win this in 7 games. It will be an upset against the Penguins. They do have a great goalie, Henrik Lundqvist. And, of course, Pittsburgh, Sidney Crosby is their best player. But I just feel like the Rangers are used to making it far in the playoffs. But I feel like they will this year. Anyway, next up we have Florida versus New York Islanders. 1 versus a 4. I'm going to have to pick the Panthers to win in 4 games. I feel like it's going to be a sweep. Panthers will sweep them. I feel like the Islanders, they started out playing rough but then in like January, they started out playing really good. But Florida has just played great the whole season, and I just feel like they're going to be great in the playoffs and set a record because they've had the best season in franchise history. So, yeah. Next up, Tampa Bay and Detroit. I don't expect the Lightning to win in 6 games. This matchup is a good one too, Lightning and Red Wings. I feel like the Lightning have had a great year as well. I mean, Detroit, they almost did not make it into the playoffs. And this is like the 25th, 26th year, I believe, making it into the playoffs. But I just feel like Tampa Bay's a better team. So, the Eastern Conference Final will be Washington versus Florida. 1 versus a 1. Probably the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference this year, Capitals and Panthers. And I'm going to have to pick Washington to make it into the Stanley Cup with the Blues. But I hate to say this because the Blues are my favorite team. But Capitals have had a great year. I'm going to have to pick Washington to win the Stanley Cup in probably 6 games. 6 or 7 games, the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, so this was basically my bracket. So, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you like it. So, playoffs start Wednesday. So, for my Blues,